Hello, everyone. Ariel here. A lot of people have asked me my thoughts on Gina Carano over the past 24, 48 hours, certainly over the last few hours. And I've been struggling to find the words to fully express myself. Obviously, a very complex situation, and I understand and appreciate why people would ask me my opinion on this. Because of the fact that she's a famous former mixed martial artist, because I've talked about her a lot, because I've interviewed her a bunch, and I've talked about her impact on my career early on, because I'm Jewish. I can understand why people would want to know how I feel about this, but I've just had a hard time responding to a tweet or to formulating my thoughts on social media, so I thought I would make a video to try to explain how I feel about it. Obviously, I am very disappointed in what she posted. To be honest, I have not agreed with a lot of the things she has posted over the past year. This last post, essentially comparing being a Republican in America or having a certain political view to being a Jew in Nazi Germany during World War II, is asinine. It is an absolutely crazy comparison to make. It is completely insensitive to think that Jewish people and other minorities as well, not just Jews, but in this particular post, Jews were the ones discussed, had to hide in attics and in gutters and be, separated from their families and murdered, 6 million of them. To compare that to what is going on in this country is just a very tone-deaf analogy to make, to put it mildly. Now, I'm not into the whole quote-unquote cancel culture or anything like that. I'm not here to talk about someone's employment or anything like that. I'm here to talk about the comment, the statement, the analogy. As a Jewish person and as a human being, it doesn't sit well. And I wish she would have never posted that. And quite frankly, I wish someone would have talked to her about her social media posts over the past year. Some of them not even political, just in general, just they felt off to me. And I'm sorry that she has gone down this path. Now, I've known Gina for quite some time. I'm not going to pretend like we're the best of friends, but I do know her to be a very kind-hearted person, someone with a good soul, and I kind of just feel like, the internet, social media, the climate has impacted her way of thinking in a very negative way. If you followed her on social media for quite some time, if you know her, it wasn't always this type of rhetoric, and unfortunately, this is what it is consistently. It's consistently been over the last, year or so, maybe even a little bit before that. And that's really unfortunate. I don't want to speak on, the politics or, even the mask stuff. And I think you all know where I stand on all of that, the vaccine, all of that. But when I saw that post, that one hit me in the heart. And it hit me in the heart on a few fronts because I know Gina. I've covered her for a long time, and to think that someone would compare having a certain political view in 2021 to what my people went through some 70, 80 years ago is just really disappointing, and it's upsetting. I would suggest taking a trip to Auschwitz, which I spoke about not that long ago. In 1999, I took a trip called the March of the Living, and I went to concentration camps in Poland, Auschwitz, Birkenau. I spent a little over a week in Poland with fellow students, and there's probably not a day or a week that goes by that I don't think about that trip. That trip changed my life forever. If you go on those trips, you will see mountains of ashes. You will see mountains of suitcases, of reading glasses, of children's toys. You will walk into a gas chamber and see scratches on the wall people who are trying to escape. You will walk into camps, you will see ovens, you will see gas chambers, you will see trains, you will see the most horrific things that you have ever seen in your life. And it's something that I would not want to ever see replicated to any race, any gender, any religion, any group of people on this planet. And to make any sort of comparison, any sort of link to what those people went through, the nightmare that they lived, and what is going on in this country today, it doesn't sit well. It was not smart. It was not the right analogy to make. Unfortunately, it cost her job. I wish she didn't post that, and I sincerely hope that maybe she misunderstood the meme, misunderstood the connection. I don't know. I've not talked to her. I've reached out to her management because I wanted to wait and see how, maybe they felt about it, and what just the whole mood of the situation was. And so the Gina that I knew back in the day was a very kind-hearted, warm soul. And I just hate to see what has happened. And when she posted that, to me, it was a real letdown. It was very disappointing. And I see people celebrating. I don't feel like this is something to celebrate. I'm not one to celebrate someone's demise or be happy about someone who said something that I don't agree with and now they're in a tough spot. I just hope that she educates herself on why that was so offensive and why that was so off base. I hope she understands what people went through during the Holocaust, and I hope that she is able to recognize that social media can be a very good thing, but it could also be a very dangerous thing. And there's a lot of things out there that just aren't true. And in my humble opinion, what she posted was not true, and was very bothersome, to put it mildly. So I hope you understand how I feel about this situation. Do not feel good about it. Certainly do not support it, condemn it. And I know a lot of you were wondering how I felt about it. It hit close to home because this is someone that I, in the past, have thought very highly of. I hope will get her life and career back on track, and I hope we'll understand just how ludicrous that analogy was and how offensive that analogy was. And I hope it's someone who will educate themselves on what went on in the 30s and 40s to my people and other minorities during the Holocaust, because what they experienced is nowhere near close to what anyone in this country is experiencing right now. Coming from someone who went there, who learned about it, whose family was kicked out of Lebanon, whose grandparents were arrested by the PLO. I didn't live it, thank God, and I hope I never did or do, but I could tell you my family and my people lived it. And you cannot compare being a Republican, a Democrat, or any person supporting any political party to what the Jewish people have been through over the years. There are my 2 cents for all of you who have asked. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Disappointed, and hope that she learns from this mistake and educates herself and is able to recognize why this was so offensive to so many people. Thank you.